Today we're going to be comparing the cheapest versus the most expensive pad thai that we could find here in Bangkok. Is it worth spending a lot more money for the expensive one, or is the cheap one just as good? Let's see.
We are here in a restaurant called Pad Thai My Am, and it's a restaurant that's right on the side of the main road, so if it's really loud then I'm really sorry. We've just ordered 2 original Pad Thais.
We were not prepared for how fast this food would come out. I think they only do Pad Thais here, maybe a couple of other desserts, so it came out like that. So it's just arrived. I think it was 50 baht for a portion, which is a little bit more expensive than the cheaper one we've had, but still we wanted to show you a legit Thai street food, side of the street place. Now, if you don't know what Pad Thai is, you've probably been living under a rock, so I'm just going to quickly explain it to you. It's basically stir-fried noodles. It's sort of sweet, sour and salty at the same time. It's got all the different things that you want your food to have. Usually it's served with a little bit of egg in there, and sometimes the egg on top or an omelette wrapped around it, and then you get a little bag of condiments on the side. So we've got some bean sprouts, Yes, bean sprouts. And a lime, and then a couple of other things.
I'm one of those people who can't eat a Pad Thai without chili. I feel like it doesn't taste as good unless you put some spice on there. I've had it bland before and just didn't taste as good. For you?
I think quite often, because of what we look like, they assume we don't like spicy food, so sometimes they don't give us the chili, and then sometimes they don't give us the chopsticks. And apparently some people don't eat it with chopsticks, but we just find it way easier, even though we're quite bad at chopsticks. But we're trying to learn the Thai way.
It'll be really interesting to see the difference in this dish here than the one we're going to see later. And that one is so much more expensive, but we'll see. So, like, I've had a lot of Pad Thais in the past, and this is a pretty good one. Like, the noodles aren't too soft, the egg is cooked perfect, and the chilies on top make it awesome.
The chilies on top kind of make it, not that it wasn't delicious already probably, but some peanuts on top, get that kind of salty, spicy crunch.
Can't go wrong.
No, you can't really go wrong. It's like delicious comfort food. It'll be super interesting to see how the expensive one compares to this one, because this is already pretty good.
I would give that a solid 8.5 out of 10. To get more points, I would say the portion needs to be a little bit bigger for me. I feel still a little bit hungry, but lucky for us, we're going to get another Pad Thai in a minute, so.
Now that I've finished my dish as well, I would probably give this one an 8 out of 10. It's one of the better Pad Thais I've had, and I've had some really atrocious ones in Sweden, sorry. But I think it's a really, really nice touch to have almost a sort of thin omelette kind of covering the top, which is nice.
Okay, that was a 120 baht for 2 Pad Thais and 2 waters. It's 50 baht each for the Pad Thai and 10 baht each for the waters. Now we're going to head off to the next place now, and it's about a 20-minute drive, so we'll see you when you get there. We've just arrived to the second place today that we're going to go to, which has the most expensive Pad Thai that we could find online. This place is called Tip Samai, and there's a few of them around Bangkok, and we've come to the one right here. They've got a little takeaway booth here that you can just order a takeaway, but we're sitting inside, and I have to show you the inside. The inside looks so cool. From the outside, it doesn't look like there's pretty much anything, but you walk in through this little corridor, and there's tables and chairs on the left-hand side, but those were reserved. So we're like, oh, where do we sit? And then they gave us a shout and told us to walk in a little bit further, and we come into this really old style, like a, I don't know, like a
Lana style?
Yeah, Lana style, really cool. It looks like you can sit upstairs as well. And there's loads of tables and chairs in here.
Now our dish has just arrived and it looks and smells absolutely fantastic. I've got my trusted phone here so I can tell you exactly what's on top of this pad thai because it has all the trimmings on it. So it's called pad thai song krung. Please don't get mad if I got that wrong. My pronunciation is not that good yet. But it's basically a pad thai with shrimp oil, fresh deep sea prawns, crab meat, sliced squid and sliced mango on top, and then you have two options of noodles. We opted for senchan noodles, I think, which are the standard pad thai noodles, and then there's also glass noodles. And we'll tell you the price of this one in a moment, but right now I really want to see if it's worth it. Before I do anything else, I've got to take off the coriander. Both Dylan and I can't deal with it. It tastes like soap. Apparently it's a gene that tells you that it tastes like soap, but I really don't like it.
Chili?
Yes. So I just want to see what it looks like underneath first. Whoa, this is a big portion. Oh my gosh. Wow.
We only went for one.
Yeah, this is one portion and it's already sort of twice the size as the one we had earlier. Those are peanuts. That is sugar. Here is cheese.
Whoa, those look so fine.
Yeah, this looks really nice. Look at that. Maybe not that much. That will do for now. I'm actually so excited to try this. It looks so beautiful. Okay. I almost want to try a little bit of everything. Maybe not a huge prawn because that would be difficult.
Does it taste different?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Like the sliced mango, as you can imagine, is really fresh on the side. And then sort of the crab meats and the squid. Oh, with the squid here. It's like, it's much better, but it's like those packets of sort of dried squid meat that you can get in like the 7-Eleven as a snack. And it's just like salty and kind of fishy and chewy. Wow, this is really tasty. I can see why it's so costly because, wow. Okay, I've got to let you try some now, right?
Let's see if this is worth it. Some of that, some of that. I need another bite. I need another bite. A little bit more chili, I think.
Yeah.
And if you come here, the orange juice as well is awesome. Bit of that. I think that's crab.
Yes.
Come on, noodles. Crab. Gonna get a bit of everything. Noodle. Mango. Bit of squid. We haven't tried the prawns yet.
No.
I can tell that it is like a little bit more expensive than the other place. Maybe the ingredients a little bit more premium, I don't know, but it does taste nicer, but I don't know if it's gonna taste, I don't know if it tastes as much more as the other one, but we'll let you know the price in just a minute. We need to try these prawns. Let me try one of these. Look at the size of that. Giant prawn. Take the tail off.
It's a big bite.
Wow. This prawn is a two-man job. Wow. That is one big juicy prawn. That. Very good. We just finished this crazy pad thai and I have to say it was really good and it was around 8 times more expensive than the one we had just earlier, but I have to say I'm glad I tried it and it was really tasty, but I'm not sure whether I want to be paying 8 times more for a pad thai every time I'm having a pad thai. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10 just because the portion was huge and I love good big portions. The only 0.5 probably the price.
I'm probably going to agree with Dylan. I would definitely give this one 9.5. It was amazingly delicious and I can't fault it in any way, shape or form. But the 0.5 of a point is genuinely just for the price because it is 400 baht. But it is 400 baht of delicious, delicious food. And it was a big portion. I feel like I had just as much pad thai this time around that I had earlier today, and that was 2 portions. So absolutely, absolutely worth coming here. Definitely check it out. It's one of those things that you probably want to do just once, and then you don't necessarily have to do it again. If you've enjoyed this video, then we think you will really like the one that's on the screen right now, where we spent only $5 US for the both of us and tried as many street foods as we could here in Bangkok.